How's everybody doing tonight on this? Oh, tonight we are here tonight, and we're gonna talk about the world of sports, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about the damn world of sports and work ourselves around. Let's go with the NFL. We got some news coming late in today, man. It has been reported that Deebo Samuel got his money, man. He ended up getting Deebo Samuel ended up getting freaking what was it? 3 years, 71 million. 58 of those 71 million are guaranteed. So Deebo Samuel gets kind of similar to what DK Metcalf got. But hey, it's over for the 49ers fans. You officially got Deebo Samuel back. It looks like he's no longer going to be traded. He is back, and he will start practicing tomorrow for the 49ers. So 49ers Nation, you can breathe a sigh of relief, as Deebo Samuel will not be traded, and he will be back with the San Francisco 49ers starting this week. Congratulations to the 49ers. Can't clap at the damn phone like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here, more stuff. And like I said, he joins DK Metcalf with the big money. And it's also being reported that the Deshaun Watson suspension it could go down tomorrow. They're saying, the player association said our joint statement with Deshaun Watson on the impending arbitration decision, and that's I'm not going to read all that, but that's by the NFL Player Association. Go to their Twitter, go to the website if you want to read it. NFL players said it will stand by the judge's ruling, and we call on the NFL to do the same. So the Player Association says that whatever Joe Sue Robinson says, they want the commissioner to do that say. So if he says 7 games, they want the commissioner to go with 7. If he says 5, they want the commissioner to go with 5. So other people are saying what Sue Robinson's saying, it's more like a recommendation. And Roger Goodell, at the end of the day, could make his own decision if he wants to even add games or take games away. But the NFL Player Association is asking for Roger Goodell to do whatever Judge Sue Robinson says, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, I believe the NFLPA has threatened, along with Deshaun Watson, to sue the NFL if Roger Goodell were to add more games. Of course, I think the whole thing with the money, right? It's starting to become like the players are kind of with Deshaun Watson on this, and obviously the owners are with Roger Goodell. So obviously the owners are very pissed off about the contract getting $230 million guaranteed. And obviously the players love that. Now you got these other guys, getting guaranteed money. You got, like I said, Deebo Samuel and DK getting $58 million guaranteed. You got Kyler Murray getting $160 million guaranteed. So the players obviously love it. The owners hate it. So we'll see what the hell happens. But according to reports, the decision is scheduled to be made official tomorrow by Sue Robinson, and we'll see if Goodell listens to her or wants to add more games, because the NFL owners are pressuring Goodell to suspend them for the full season. So we'll see what the hell happens there, man. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, more news. That's about it. Let's see if is there more? Let's see on this other. Let's see if there's more news on here. There's a little bet going on. Who cares? That the Seattle Seahawks will win more than 5 games. The chances are minus 45. If you guys are into betting, go check that bet out. I guess whatever. So this is a 2019 free agency class. They were all drafted in 2019. Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Dante Johnson, Hunter Renfrow, Marquise Brown. And all of them, man, a bunch of them got their money this year, especially Terry McLaurin with the Commanders, A.J. Brown with the Eagles, Deebo Samuel with the 49ers, DK Metcalf with the Seahawks. A lot of these guys getting their damn money, man. Congratulations to that 2013 class, man. Let's see here, more stuff. There's been a feeling in the Browns building that it could be a suspension around 4 to 8 games for Deshaun Watson, according to Jeff Howe. So he's saying that the feeling around the Cleveland Browns franchise is that the punishment is going to be 4 to 8 games by Sue Robinson. So we'll see how it goes, man. Let's see here. And then more odds came out. Who's going to be the coach of the year? Brandon Staley with the Chargers plus 1,400. Brian Daboll, new coach of the New York Giants, same thing, plus 1,400. Doug Peterson, new coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, plus 160. 600. Kevin O'Connell, new coach with the Minnesota Vikings, plus 10600. What, I don't know how the fuck. Dan Campbell with the Detroit Lions, plus 10600. And Nathaniel Hackett, new coach with the Denver Broncos, plus. They're all the same. Well, I mean, most of them are the same. I mean, I guess Brandon Staley and Brian Daboll have a better chance. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, whatever. But it looks like that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, in the world of NFL, with the biggest news being the Deshaun Watson punishment coming tomorrow and Deebo Samuel getting his contract with the 49ers. That's about it in the NFL world. Let's get over to the National Basketball Association, where we did not get the greatest news today, as one of the best players to ever play the game of basketball, 11-time NBA champion, Bill Robinson, passed away. Jesus Christ, man. I am so embarrassed right now. I apologize. Bill Russell passed away today at the age of 88. Rest in peace to Bill Russell, one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. I believe the Celtics have 17 championships. Bill Russell is responsible for 11 of those 17. Congratulations on a great career, man. Rest in peace, Mr. One of his mentors, Tim Duncan, did a Bill Russell legacy will live on forever. He was a remarkable force, athlete, and human. His smile and approach were mangled. His 11 NBA championships confirmed he was the ultimate winner. Spent fighting tireless for civil rights and social change. Truly made the world a better place. And that's for this is from Greg Popovich, actually. Okay, Greg Popovich says this. So I don't know why they have Tim Duncan on the picture, but those were statements were actually made by Greg Popovich. Man, but yeah, great career by Mr. Bill Russell, man. One of the greatest to ever do it, man. One of the greatest basketball players of all time. Rest in peace, rest in peace, my sir. I'm not good with that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of don't like to talk about stuff like that, but you have to. Anyways, let's get into the Major League Baseball, man, where we are 48 hours away from the Major League Baseball trading deadline. Now they're saying that it's between the Cardinals, the Padres, and the Dodgers for Juan Soto. They're saying that it's between the Padres and the Cardinals. They're saying the Cardinals are offering more of a Major League Baseball package, where the Padres are offering more of a minor league baseball package. And it's reported the Nationals want young players. Now, unless you're offering Yadier Molina or Albert Pujols, I'm assuming that a lot of these St. Louis Cardinal players that are Major League Baseball players are youngsters. But yeah, man, let's see this article. Yankees stand on Juan Soto, Frankie Montas, fullback rotation options, depend, and of course Gallo. Yeah, supposedly there's talks between the Brewers could trade for Joey Gallo. A lot of people believe that Joey Gallo, once he gets out of the Yankees, he's gonna start performing. They're saying the New York pressure's getting to him, and a lot of people believe that if he gets out of New York and gets into a smaller media market like the Brewers, he could start thriving again. The Rangers are also interested. I think the Padres are. So we'll see what happens, man. Let's see. The Red Sox apparently are starting to be willing to make some trades. They're talking to the Mets about Christian Vasquez, the catcher, and JD Martinez. Also, the Mets are also in Wilson Contreras from the Cubs, and David Robinson, the closer. So yeah, the Mets are in a lot of shit, man. Let's see more stuff. Ian Happ and Wilson Contreras did play tonight for interest for the Padres. Uncertain that may be the backup plan for the top target Juan Soto, but they do fit the San Diego Padres. So they're saying tonight on Sunday Night Football, Wilson Contreras and Ian Happ did play so they could try to impress the San Diego Padres and possibly some other teams. Yeah, that game was... I think they did that game on purpose because they kept talking about the trading deadline. Yeah, I was not feeling that game at all between the Giants and the fucking Cubs, man. Jesus Christ. Blue Jays have been looking for Big Pen help, a starter and a lefty bat. Ian Happ would fit their hitting needs, but he's getting huge interest. Padres, Brewers, and perhaps the Braves are among other. Ian Happ would help. Yeah, obviously, remember the Braves last year? They lost Ronald Acuna, and then they went out and got freaking Jorge Soler, freaking Jock Peterson, I believe Eddie Rosario. They really went out and got a bunch of players and ended up helping them win the World Series. So don't be surprised if they're in on a guy like Joey Gallo or Ian Happ or the damn Braves. Rival executives who have inquired about the services of Pirates center fielder Brian Reynolds have the same impression that he isn't going anywhere. Maybe the Pirates are tired of trading these fucking young players, man. They want to start winning, man. They want to start winning. I don't blame the damn Pirates, man. Keep your players. Start building, man. Teams have been calling the Brewers on Josh Hader. No indication he's particularly available, but Brewers usually seem to be willing to listen in case Josh Hader hasn't given up an earned run in the regular season since in 11 months, but has a 12.54 ERA this month. What? How the hell do you not give up a run? That's got to be wrong. How the hell do you not give up a run in 11 months, but then for the month of July have a 12 point? That's there. What the fuck? And they're talking about the Braves. Although last year the Braves pretty much reinvented their team in the trading deadline by getting Jorge Soler, Jock Peterson, Devin Duvall, Eddie Rosario. Eddie Rosario ended up winning the NLCS MVP, and Jock Peterson ended up winning the World Series MVP. So, man, we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, Yankees and Brewers talking about a possible trade that would send Joey Gallo to the Brewers. Let's see here, more stuff. The Red Sox are starting to present themselves as a potential seller, and market could add the Mets. Christian Vasquez, the catcher, and J.D. Martinez are two who fit the Mets, especially if they can't close the gap in talks regarding one. So the Mets are focused more on Wilson Contreras from the Cubs, the catcher, and Josh Bell from the Nationals, but are also willing to talk to the Red Sox about J.D. Martinez and Christian Vasquez. So Mets in a bunch of different stuff, man. It's very hard to figure out the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes. The expectation is he will not be moved, although the Angels are listening to offers for Shohei Ohtani. Alright. And then the belief is that there's a chance tonight Carlos Rodon pitches final game with the San Francisco Giants. He could be moved, although teams are concerned about his health. Alright, so yeah, Carlos Rodon was kind of hugging his teammates after he got done pitching, knowing this could possibly be his final game as a San Francisco Giant. But I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go around the damn Major League Baseball scoreboard for a little bit, and then we'll get into wrestling. White Sox beat the Athletics 4-1. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 4-1. Braves beat the Diamondbacks 1-0. Royals beat the Yankees 8-6. Red Sox beat the Brewers 7-2. Phillies beat the Pirates 8-2. Cardinals beat the Nationals 5-0. Reds beat the Orioles 3-2. Guardians beat the Rays 5-3. Mets beat the Marlins 9-3. Astros beat the Mariners 3-2. Dodgers beat the Rockies 7-3. Rangers beat the Angels 5-2. Padres beat the Twins 3-2. And Giants beat the Cubs 4-0. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into wrestling, and then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Sunday. I kind of feel like it's at a different day because of all the damn news on today. It feels more like a weekday than a Friday, Sunday. Alright, let's get into the wrestling news. First, we'll get into the wrestling news, and then we'll get into the SummerSlam recap. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So it is being reported that Dakota Kai, who was released by WWE about 3 months ago, obviously was brought in yesterday in a heel faction with Bayley and Io Shirashi, I believe her name was, the Japanese girl, and apparently her, the Japanese girl too. They were done with her. They said they had no creative plans for her, and she was waiting for her contract to finish up with WWE. And once it did, she was planning to go back to Japan. So Triple H already working out stuff, man, bringing in Dakota Kai back, and then Arisha Shirashi, I believe her name is, finally giving her something to do. So maybe Arisha Shirashi might resign. She's probably gonna stay there now. And Dakota Kai, after being gone for about 3 months, getting released, she's back with the WWE, and they are now heels with Bayley. Bayley back after a year of a torn ACL is also back. Bayley. Reports are that this was brought up back in March to Vince McMahon about this heel faction with Bayley and Dakota Kai and Io Shirashi, and Vince McMahon rejected it. So I don't know if maybe Triple H, it was represented to Triple H and he waved the green flag. Who knows what happened, but obviously in the last 10 days, not even, Triple H took over WWE Creative and pretty much had to renegotiate a deal to bring in Dakota Kai back, because Dakota Kai was released about 3 months ago. So that was pretty impressive how fast they brought her back. But yeah, this was presented to Vince McMahon back in around March, and he said, I don't want to do this shit. So Triple H already, and also remember what happened on SmackDown. They after McMahon kicked out Max Dupree out of Male Maximum Models, Triple H overruled them and put in Max Dupree back in. So Triple H already from the start making some moves, overruling McMahon on some stuff. Johnny Gargano, man, they're saying even though he was not at SummerSlam last night, although a lot of people thought he was going to be the mystery opponent for Seth Rollins, don't be surprised if he comes back anytime soon. I believe Tommaso Ciampa said in an interview, he said he loves it here, Triple H loves him, do not be surprised if he's here at a point. They had a little bit of pendejo moment on SmackDown. Turns out that match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they had the flags, right, representing the country of McIntyre and Sheamus. Apparently they got the wrong country for the Sheamus flag. They brought it up, man. Jesus Christ, it was supposed to be the Ireland flag, and they got some other flag messed up. So pendejo move right there by the WWE, getting the damn wrong flag, man, mixing it up with the Ireland flag. You would think they know the Iron flag because of all the wrestlers, right? Becky Lynch, even fucking Conor McGregor, right? But yeah, they couldn't get it right. They confused it from with a different country's flag. So pendejo fish for the WWE, man. Bryan Danielson was on the Renee Paquette podcast, and he talked about how when he a few years ago when he couldn't wrestle because of the concussions, he said, I wanted out of WWE. They put me on that post game show, Smack Talk, I believe it was called, and they actually put her with Renee Paquette. And he said, I was very inappropriate in that show, and the reason I was inappropriate, I was trying to get fired because I was very frustrated with the fact that WWE was not letting me wrestle. So he pretty much admitted that's a good probably a good listen right there, a good watch. If you go watch that podcast between Renee Paquette and Bryan Danielson, I'm pretty sure he opened up a lot of stuff. Go watch it, ladies and gentlemen. Probably a good watch. And that's about it. I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go with the damn SummerSlam recap, and then we'll call it a night here tonight. So obviously SummerSlam starts up with the damn Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair match. A lot of people are saying this was the match of the night. At least it was like top 3, right? This was a great match. Obviously the ending, fantastic. Bianca Belair does a Spanish fly at the top rope and then beats her with her finisher. And Bianca Belair retains. And then we all know what the hell happened after the damn match, right? With freaking the Bayley faction coming in, right? First of all, after the match, Becky Lynch shakes Bianca Belair's hand and hugs her. And then after that, Bayley comes out first. Then Dakota Sky comes out. And then Arashi Shiraisha comes out. And then they try to beat up Belair. And then Becky Lynch gets back in the ring and stands stands ground with Bianca Belair, and then Bayley and her group end up leaving. So we'll see. Are they going to add a third person for Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair? We'll see what they do, man. But great match. Great way to start the show. Next match was The Miz versus Logan Paul. Great match, man. The thing about Logan Paul is that a lot of times you get these celebrities and come in and they're kind of older, right? Like in their 30s, 40s. Where this guy's in his prime. I think he's like 25 years old, 27 at max. So and he's pretty damn gifted, man. I think he's starting to earn the respect of the WWE fans, man. Very athletic, comes in at 6'3", like, what is it, 225 pounds. He's got that WWE look, right? The Vince McMahon look, if you will. He's got charisma. I mean, I watch his podcast every week. Man, a lot of people are talking, could he one day be WWE champion? I think he could. Obviously, I see he's very stiff. He punches them for real. He kicks them for real. Miz was kind of bleeding. He was all bruised up. So you got to be careful because if he gets in there with a Brock Lesnar's going to get pissed off and beat the shit out of this kid. So he's got to work on his on some of his stuff because he does throw legit kicks and punches. And you saw the Miz all bruised up, but I liked it, man. I think people he won the people over a little bit. People were cheering him. Logan Paul, man, gets a damn W, man. We'll see what's next for Logan Paul, man. And next we get Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. This might have been the worst match of the night, man. They said they kind of rushed it. They were running out of time already. Jesus Christ, third match in, already run out of time. Bobby Lashley wins it. He puts him on the Hurt Lock, whatever. Next match was the Judgment Day versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Excuse me. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Rhea Ripley accompany them. The Mysterios, Dominic and Rey. So, Rhea Ripley's about to get involved. And then out of nowhere, Edge plays his music. He comes back. He spears both Damian Priest and Finn Balor. I think that's why I think that was the purpose of the disqualification. No disqualification, so he could do that. And then they hit the 619, the Mysterios, and they win. So we'll see what happens. You can't really do a 6-man tag team match because of Rhea Ripley being a woman. But we'll see where they go for there, man. We'll see where they go with Edge coming back. I thought they would kind of just ignore it, maybe have Edge go a different direction. But Edge did come back to get payback on the Judgment Day. We'll see where they go from here because very interesting how you do it with being at that it's Mysterio, Dominic, Edge, but then on the other side you have only 2 men and a woman. We'll see how they do that feud. The next match was Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. This match kind of disappointed, man. I think after what happened last time with McAfee, with McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin be there, it kind of disappointed a little bit. Even Michael Cole said it wasn't perfect, but it got the job done. Pat McAfee wins it. We'll see, man. I was more impressed with Logan Paul than I was with Pat McAfee. I think Logan Paul's like 10 years younger, and I think he's a better athlete, right? You could see it. Yeah, whatever. Congratulations, Pat McAfee. No commentating by Pat McAfee at all. He was just there to wrestle. He never commentated at all tonight. The first hour was Jimmy Smith, Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, and the second half of the show was Michael Cole with Corey Graves. So yeah, no Pat McAfee in the commentary. Let's see. The next match was Drew McIntyre did a promo, whatever. And then we had the freaking the tag team match between the damn Street Profits and the Usos. Freaking Jeff Jarrett on SmackDown. Like, the only thing I'm here to do is count 1, 2, 3. Right away, match starts. Counting. They got them on the corner, and he's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 5, and he pulls them out. Already getting very physical with the guys. Whatever. The finish was kind of weak. They were back again to talking about the Montez Ford. A lot of people talking about him being a single competitor, and then Corey Graves was like, I think that's motivated D'Angelo Dawkins to raise up his game. At the end, they pin Angelo Dawkins. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know, man. The finish was kind of like weak. Maybe they're gonna try to say, well, he's the weak link, D'Angelo Dawkins. I don't know where they're going with that, man. I thought that was more of a Vince thing, and now with Triple H in charge, I don't know how interested he is in continuing that storyline of potentially splitting up the Street Profits. We'll see, man. We'll see. But the finish is kind of, I don't know. Next, we got the freaking, we had a brawl. No freaking Seth Rollins missed your opponent. Instead, there was a fucking brawl. Matt Riddle comes in and he grabs a microphone, calls out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes in, beats the shit out of him, fucking curse ups him. It's a security pulling away Seth Rollins. Kind of whatever. I guess they're gonna save the match for Castle Battle. Whatever. Next, we had Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. A controversial finish. They might do another match at Castle Crown. When you freaking... The whole match, it seemed like Ronda Rousey was trying to put Liv Morgan on the armbar hold. She kept slipping out. And finally, she puts her in. But Ronda Rousey has her... she's like... has her freaking shoulders on the damn mat. So she gets pinned. But right before the referee... right when he says 1, 2... Right before he hits 3... Liv Morgan taps out. So, but the referee pins the 1, 2, 3, and he says Liv Morgan wins. Ronda Rousey's pissed off. The referee say on commentary, he fucked it up. Liv Morgan tapped out at 2 before the referee counted 3. Ronda Rousey got screwed. Ronda Rousey gets pissed off, puts the fucking referee in the armbar hold. Michael was like, that could be a fine, if not a suspension. So because of the pay-per-view maybe being for another 5 weeks, maybe they're going to take Ronda Rousey off TV for a little bit, and then maybe 2, 3 weeks before the show, they're going to bring her back in. We'll see, man. We'll see. But I could see, those are the 2 matches right away you can see doing, they're going to have possibly Riddle versus Seth Rollins, and maybe a second one between Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan. We'll see, man. And next, did we have the... Kane comes out, the mayor from Tennessee, whatever. He says the crowd, whatever. And then we get the Roman Reigns versus the freaking... versus Brock Lesnar, man. It was probably the match of the night. Really redeemed themselves for what happened at WrestleMania. I think what happened to WrestleMania was they were planning to go longer, but they had to cut it short because I think Roman Reigns fucking dislocated his shoulder. And they were all pissed off about that. But I do believe the original plan was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. And I want to believe that even though Randy got hurt, that maybe if the WrestleMania match would have ended a little bit better and not been a clusterfuck, maybe they go a different direction. But I feel like everybody, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, at the time McMahon, wanted to redeem themselves. They're like this historic feud, like over 7 years. They thought that the ending was kind of shitty with WrestleMania. Much better job tonight, man, in this fucking last man standing match. You freaking have Brock Lesnar come out in the tractor. Roman Reigns throwing him through tables. At one point, fucking Paul Heyman begging, giving the titles to fucking, he's here you go, here are the titles, leave my tribal chief alone, and pretty much giving him the titles and having him walk away without beating Roman Reigns. And then fucking Lesnar grabs him and F5s him through the announce table. That was hilarious because they never touch Paul Heyman. They always tease it, and then they never touch him. The fact that they actually went with it was pretty incredible. You have fucking Austin Theory in the middle. They try to go ally what happened in WrestleMania 31. In the middle of the match, you had Austin Theory try to make it a triple threat match. But right as he's about to cash in, Brock Lesnar hits him with an F5. And he gets put out of there. And there at the end, freaking the Usos help out. They double kick Lesnar in the face. And then Roman, they kind of try to make Lesnar look as strong as possible. He hits him with the title a few times. He kept getting back up. You got Michael Cole screaming, "Ref, for the love of God, count faster, you ref." Michael Cole pretty much panicking because Brock's getting the shit beaten out of him. And then at the end, they pretty much buried him with the announce table, chairs, tables, anything you could use. Great scene there at the end, man. You got Brock Lesnar laying there with all the fucking equipment on top of him. You got the fucking ring flipped over. At one point, like I said, they flipped the damn ring over. Roman Reigns falls all the way out of the ring. It looked like a fucking bomb. Somebody had thrown a bomb at that damn arena. The way everything finished up at the end, man. It was chaos, man. Michael Cole, man, he looked very passionate, man. Even at one point, I believe, during the Pat McAfee Happy Corbin match, Corey was like, "I liked you better when you couldn't have an opinion." And Corey, things have changed now. I guess a lot of people were saying that was indicating to saying Michael has more freedom now that Vince McMahon is gone. to say what he wants to say. But yeah, pretty damn good show. Much better ending to the feud with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I think it's over. I believe it was like 10, 11 matches in like 7 years. Hopefully it's finally over. Roman Reigns wins. Let's see, man. People are saying that finally he could lose the championship at Castle Crown to Drew McIntyre because it's going to be in his home country. So finally, man, a lot of people are kind of positive. I think some people were hoping that it could happen tomorrow. But, man, I think they just rather... I mean, that it could happen at SummerSlam. But I think, man, I think they rather just have him... McIntyre... Think about the fucking fans going crazy for McIntyre if he does it in his hometown of England, man. It's going to be crazy. And then you can just fucking... Roman Reigns, you can take the rest of the year off, you know? Come back in January for the Royal Rumble. Maybe we'll do The Rock. Rock versus... Roman, and if not, we'll see what the hell we do. Maybe we will repackage you. Maybe we'll turn you babyface. But I think it makes perfect sense to take the title away from Roman Reigns at Castle Crown. Get fucking Drew McIntyre that fucking win in his hometown, and give Roman Reigns the rest of the year off. And then see where maybe where the Rock stands in January. Is he willing to do the match? And if not, maybe turn him babyface again. I don't know. I think it's going to be officially this month. It's going to be 700 days this weekend, and it's going to be 2 years exactly sometime this month. So he's going to have it at least for 2 years. I believe last time was it Hulk Hogan who had it for 2 years. So not John Cena, not The Rock, not Stone Cold Steve Austin. None of those guys haven't had it for this long. I think only Hulk Hogan had it for longer than Roman Reigns. So we'll see, man. We'll see where they go. We'll see what the hell they do, man. I'm sure Roman Reigns might have a say in it too, but hey, man, Roman, you got 5 kids. Let's give you about 3 months off, and you come back in January. I don't know. Maybe Roman, I think he loves McIntyre. He said in an interview he thinks he could be the next guy if Roman were to retire right now. He thinks McIntyre could. He said I thought he would say Seth Rollins, but he picked McIntyre over Seth Rollins. So he likes him. So I think he would be down for. To losing to him, and especially in his hometown. I really believe so. We'll see what the hell happens. Great show, man. A lot of people loved it. Like I said, I think the Pat McAfee, Happy Corbin and the Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Austin Theory's like 0-8 ever since he fucking won the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't know how high Triple H is on the guy. I don't think he's going to completely bury him, because I think that there's a personality there with Austin Theory, at least as a baby, as a heel. There's some personality there. But I don't know if Triple H is as high as Austin Theory as McMahon was. I don't know if he'll bury him to the point where he'll have him fail to catch in the briefcase or not. But I think Triple H is gonna wait weeks and months to pass maybe, and then we'll see what the hell, if they do want to give him the title eventually or not. Maybe after WrestleMania they'll do it, maybe. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm like a light. Thank you.